Hello, I'm Diminescu. I'm sociologist and associate professor in Telecom Paris. I coordinate also the migration program in Fondation Maison des Sciences de l'Homme in Paris, and my work focuses particularly on migration and ICT used by migrants. This e-Diaspora Atlas is one of my projects, the main project, and as you go to discover, it is a unique experiment in research and publishing. The last 10 years witnessed in the diasporas communities the use of the web as well as the appropriation of the various social networking platforms, and this new communication and organization of diasporas produce a vast moving e-corpus whose exploration, analyzing and archiving have never before been attempted. More than 80 researchers worldwide was involved in the e-Diaspora project, and by their work, some 8,000 migrants' website was connected, visualized, and archived regularly and observed in their interaction. So, what is this e-Diaspora Atlas? e-Diaspora Atlas is above all a basic inventory of the networks on the web, represented in the form of graph and analyzed. There are two keys of interpretation. One is topological, centered on the analysis of the connectivity between the actors on the web, and the other is quantitative and brings information streaming from the exploration of the context of every site and from the confrontation with the fieldwork and the expertise of all researchers involved in this project. The confrontation between the geographical networks and networks observed on the web seemed an obvious approach and gave rise to a few recurring observations. The first one, the hegemony of USA on the web of diaspora. A large majority of e-diaspora sites are geolocated in North America and especially in the United States. This predominance is even more surprising when the presence on the web strongly contrasts with the presence in the geographical area and was observed for the Chinese, Palestinian, and Nepalese diaspora, among others. And mapping the diaspora enables us to analyze also, among their other things, the relation entertained by various diaspora actors with their homeland, and we find different situations. Clearly, liability links with a strong state, as in the case of France, for example, or one-way links, like in the case of Mexico, or non-existent links, like in the case of Morocco, Italian, or other diaspora. As for the links between actors within an e-diaspora, the Atlas gives a glimpse, before going in future details, of association unaware of one another, of bloggers creating their own world, of activist group or individuals seizing power on the web, and sometimes, as in the case of Arab Spring, even managing impact on political events. Wishing to understand the collective life of these diasporas, we thought to identify clusters of expatriates on the web, and the exception of this cluster, their centrality, their hierarchy, their relation, and their assemblage. Although the place of origin appears as a reference on the web, and even if does not act as a hub, its range geography into the web. It's the case of Palestinian diaspora, for example. Another point, the auto-organization typical of web networks facilitate the emergence of decentralized communities and act as an ideal platform or transporter for a transnational collective imaginary. This is the case, for instance, of Uyghur, for the Hmong, or for the Nepalese. Yes, and e-Diaspora Atlas is also a publishing innovation. It is a hybrid product combining many readings. First of all, there is a paper version. Second, an application for iPhone. And third, a website who makes it possible, in particular, to access personally to e-Diaspora research tools and platform to manipulate the map, to cross and compare the data, and to move about within the graph.